The village of Nandapur lay between two gentle hills, surrounded by fields that turned golden every harvest season. A river glistened nearby, carrying the songs of birds and the laughter of children who played along its banks. Life in Nandapur was simple, tied to the rhythm of the earth, and its people were farmers who depended on the kindness of rain and soil. Among them lived a farmer named Arin. He was different from the others, quiet and thoughtful, often found sitting in his fields at dusk, gazing at the sky or running his hands through the soil as if listening to it. In the middle of his land stood a peculiar bamboo. It was tall, straight and hollow, swaying lightly in the breeze. While other farmers planted fruit trees and crops that filled their homes with food, Arin allowed this single bamboo to grow, protecting it year after year. The villagers often mocked him. "Why waste land on that hollow stalk?" one would say. "It gives no fruit, no wood, nothing useful." Another laughed, "At least plant a mango tree. Even its shade would be better than that skinny pole." Even Arin's friend Raju would tease, "Your bamboo sings when the wind blows, but songs will not fill your stomach." Arin would only smile and answer gently, "Everything has its purpose, even if we do not see it now." His words always puzzled the others, who believed value was only found in what could be eaten, sold, or built. Then came a year that tested the whole village. The monsoon clouds arrived late, and when they finally gathered, they poured only a little rain before vanishing again. The ground dried and cracked, wells shrank into muddy holes, and the once green fields turned brown and lifeless. Days grew hotter, nights offered no relief, and hunger crept into every home. Children cried for food, cattle grew thin, and arguments broke out between neighbors who blamed fate and fortune for their suffering. Arin too felt the weight of despair, but unlike the others, he did not surrender to hopelessness. Each night he sat beneath his tall bamboo, resting his back against its smooth stem. One night, as the moon hung like a thin silver blade in the sky, he dozed off at its base. In his half-dream, he heard something strange, a whisper. At first, he thought it was only the wind passing through the hollow stalk. But as he listened more closely, he realized the sound had rhythm, like a song. The bamboo creaked gently, its stem vibrating, and he felt as though it spoke. "Follow my roots. Beneath the earth flows what you seek." Arin awoke, startled but strangely calm, his heart racing with a strange certainty. Unsure whether it had been a dream or something more, he fetched his spade the next morning and began to dig beside the bamboo. The villagers laughed when they saw him. "A madman!" they shouted. "Do you think water hides beneath a stick of grass? You will dig your way to the underworld before you find rain." But Arin paid no mind. Day after day, beneath the scorching sun, he dug. His hands blistered, his back ached, and sweat dripped into the dry soil, but still he worked. On the seventh day, his spade struck damp earth. He dug faster, heart pounding, until cool water began to seep through the soil. A moment later, a small stream of clear water bubbled up, sparkling in the sunlight. Arin fell to his knees in gratitude. He had discovered an underground spring that no one knew existed. News spread quickly through the village. Men, women, and children rushed to Arin's field, their eyes wide with disbelief. They dipped their hands into the fresh water, laughing and crying at once. For the first time in weeks, thirst was quenched and hope returned. The villagers helped build channels to carry the water into their fields. Crops revived, cattle drank their fill, and the village, once on the edge of famine, was saved. That evening, the people gathered around Arin's bamboo. No one mocked it anymore. Instead, they bowed their heads in respect. Arin said quietly, "It was this bamboo that whispered the secret. You thought it useless because it bore no fruit, no shade, no timber, but in its hollowness it listened to the voice of the earth. Through it, the hidden stream spoke. The villagers realized their mistake. They had judged by appearances, blind to the unseen value within. From that day forward, they cared for the bamboo as a guardian spirit of the land. Children grew up hearing the story of how it had saved them, and elders reminded them, "Do not laugh at what seems useless. Even the hollow has meaning. Even silence carries wisdom." Years passed, and the bamboo remained tall and proud in the heart of Arin's field. Whenever drought threatened, villagers gathered near it, listening to the soft creak of its stem and the rustle of its leaves. To them, it was no longer just a plant, but a symbol of patience, faith, and hidden strength. Arin lived a long life, respected not only as a farmer but as a man who trusted in unseen purposes. Even in his old age, he could be found sitting beneath the bamboo, smiling quietly as the wind played its gentle music through the hollow stalk. When he finally passed away, the villagers planted more bamboo across the land, believing each one to be a reminder of Arin's wisdom. And though many seasons came and went, the story of the whispering bamboo was told again and again, teaching each new generation the lesson that true worth is often hidden, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. Never again did the people of Nandipur dismiss something as useless simply because it showed no obvious value. For they had learned through Arin and his bamboo that every being has a purpose, every voice carries meaning, and sometimes what seems empty holds the power to save an entire village. Moral: never judge worth by appearances alone. What seems empty or useless may hold the greatest treasure, revealed only in times of need.